the National Football League on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Steelers and the Birds, and it's coming up next.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago, where the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Philly. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They go play action with Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins there to make the grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steelers set to go on offense, and it is the big man, Big Ben, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead them.
And what a career we've seen from Ben Roethlisberger. Awfully consistent, tough, durable, strong in the pocket, great leader, a guy who stands in and throws it downfield, and has also added to his game the ability to get the ball out of his hands quickly and let his guys do work downfield.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Let's go.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Harris. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneaking.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Hurts.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
Let's go! Let's go!
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Here comes Rager. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Richard Rodgers there to make the grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 13-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
On second down, this is Harris. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second and 5.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Harris. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Brandon Graham, great pursuit there, getting the tackle for loss. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. On the give, this is Harris. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Make it happen!
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll look to throw again. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Ray McLeod to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to have a third down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger on the draw. It's Harris. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They hand this off to Harris. Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 24.
They'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Hurts.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Sanders. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Singleton.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's reeled in by Claypool. What a catch. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. On 1st down, it's Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. A give to Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This ball complete to Rager.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Sanders, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st down, Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And they'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Hurts. Touchdown Eagles. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. Derek Barnett, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
McLeod now on the return.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Harris. Pushes him aside at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron.
7 yards to pick up there.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
2nd down and 3.
They'll run with Harris. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. They sack him back around the 30. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Good defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 34. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Cameron Sutton.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45.
104 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
They run again with Harris. And he's got this down to the 35.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
Going with a big fullback wide. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. Back to throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hauled in over the middle by Rager.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Hurts. Dancing to his left. They find some open field here. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a 1st down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw here. And quickly finding Rager. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Flush to his right, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles have moved out in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
McLeod now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. For that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st down, Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
And he'll
to protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Ask any pass rusher, and they'll tell you any quarterback who lines up every time and goes straight back in the pocket, that's who they want. But when they have to deal with a Jalen Hurts who may come at them from any angle and can get outside of the pocket and run, that's a nightmare for anybody who has to rush the quarterback. And I love Jalen Hurts' athletic ability. Almost a 4'6" runner. This guy can get outside the pocket and make plays with his legs as well as his arm.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the draw, here's Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Hurts going to keep it running right. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They're going to look to throw. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And out of bounds right around the 20.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
We got this.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this right back to Rager. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run with Sanders, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. A give to Howard. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down, and they'll have to throw it anyway.
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas got it from 4 yards out, and the Eagles add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Roethlisberger on the draw. It's Harris. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Roethlisberger will throw. Short little throw to Ebron. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 55 yards.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
Come on now, let's go.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger.
That's swung out wide to Hurts.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 16.
They'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this one is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Alex Highsmith.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Roethlisberger's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they've got to go thank the guys on D.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
2nd and 11 now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go. Black 20.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They hand this off to Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Boswell for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
At their own 14-yard line.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Hurts. Pass complete. Goddard.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's been been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
From the 44, Hurts dancing away at the 35. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.